Are you a QS student? Maybe you're someone from a different industry and you're thinking about getting into quantity surveying. Or perhaps you're a site manager who's had enough of being on site and the early mornings and the chaos, and you're thinking maybe working as a quantity surveyor in an office would be a lot better. If that sounds like you, then this video is for you. You're in the right place. I've been in the construction industry for over 10 years, and in this video, I'm going to give you the real truth about quantity surveying profession, not just what you're going to find on Google or what they tell you in uni. So we're going to cover the skills and the personality traits that make a quantity surveyor good. We're going to be looking at the pros and cons of the profession, including the pros and cons that nobody talks about, and how much you can realistically earn at entry level. We'll look at the salary ranges from trainee right up to senior level and beyond. And the salary ranges at the top end might surprise you, so make sure you stay to the end. I will also explain how the demand for quantity surveyors in the UK is changing right now, and what that will mean for career stability within the next 5 to 10 years. All right, so let's get into it. First of all, let's look at the skills and personality traits that are needed for success. So basically, you need to be analytical, detail oriented, and I'll say continuously curious about how things fit together, how the contract, cost, and the construction on site all fit together. If you are that sort of personality, you are likely to find the work rewarding. You also need a mix of obviously logic, common sense, and communication, good communication skills. So it's just a balance between technical accuracy and people skills is where the best QSs lie, I would say. So moving on to the pros and cons of the job. So the positives of the job is, first and foremost, there's a high demand because of the skills shortage in quantity surveying. A lot of the older quantity surveyors are retiring now, and there isn't actually enough people coming in to fill the gap. So there is a high demand at the moment, which obviously means there'll be strong job security, and you're able to progress a lot faster. Next, I would say there's a clear career path. So you go from assistant quantity surveyor to quantity surveyor, and then you can move into managing quantity surveyor, move on to commercial manager, and then head of commercial. So the career path is quite clear. Next positive is variety. You can work across many different types of projects, across many sectors. You can work on buildings, you can work on highway, motorway, you can work in the renewable sector, you can work in data centers, just anywhere where anything is being built. Quantity surveyors, you're likely to find quantity surveyors managing the budget. Like I mentioned before, also there's good earning potential. You can earn solid money without needing a degree from a top university, for example. So those are some of the main positives. Now let's go on to the cons, some of the negatives. So first of all, there's a lot of pressure. There can be high pressure in this job. You're constantly the one managing the costs and the budget. So if something goes wrong with that, you'll be under a lot of pressure to look into it, try and fix it, speaking to people and finding out what went wrong. There's a lot of repetitive paperwork or admin. Let's say a lot of time was spent on reports, evaluations, and contract administration, which can be a bit tedious. Conflict. There's a lot of conflict in the role. You have to deal with a lot of disagreements, so you need good people management skills. You're dealing with clients, designers, subcontractors daily. It can be a lot. Another one that no one really talks about is, I guess, slow gratification. So projects can take years to be built. Look at the HS2 for example. That's taken years. Your wins are often buried in spreadsheets rather than created publicly. But if you do stay on a project from beginning to end, you do get to see it being built, and you get a sense of pride of having completed, let's say, a big infrastructure project. That you've completed a bridge, for example. It does give you a sense of pride. There is that as well. But if you can handle those challenges, the rewards, both financially and career-wise, are worth it, in my opinion. So let's now move on to exactly how much you can make at each level. So the salaries at different levels. So let's talk about the numbers now. So these are the UK averages based on data from 2025. So this is the averages just across the country. You can obviously make a bit more in London, as we all know. So first we have trainee QS. So trainee QS is anything from 25 to around 32k. Assistant quantity surveyor is anywhere from 30 to 40k. And then when you qualify as an actual quantity surveyor, it's anywhere from 40 to 55k. And then as a senior quantity surveyor, you can look at anywhere from 55 to 75k. And then up to commercial manager level, here you're looking at the averages are anywhere from 70 to 100k plus. And then head of commercial, like director level, you can looking at 100 to 150k plus are the averages. So that's the salary ranges. So the key to moving through these salary ranges is just about commercial awareness, mainly. Not just knowing how to measure or manage a budget, but understanding how the business makes a profit, and also how to protect the business's profit margin. That's what separates, I think, the average QS from the ones that, go on up to make six figures. Now, let's take a look at industry demand and job stability, which I touched on a bit earlier in the video. So the demand for skilled quantity surveyors has never been higher. I think currently it's on the UK's jobs shortlist, so people from outside the UK can apply for visas and get let into the country to work as quantity surveyors, because it's on the skills, the UK visa skills shortage list, I believe it's called. So yeah, and any professional occupation that is on that list is obviously in very high demand, and there's not enough people in the country to meet that demand, which is why it's on the visa list. So yeah, the demand is high. All sectors are currently booming at the moment: infrastructure, housing, data centers, renewable energy. They're all, like I said, booming at the moment because the UK government has committed, I think, to spend around 700 billion, I think it was, don't quote me on that, over the next 10 years in the UK infrastructure. So that's in projects. Each of those projects are going to need planners, project managers, quantity surveyors, and other construction professionals to deliver the works, to deliver these projects. Yeah, there is a demand. There's also talk of AI. Some people worry that AI will replace quantity surveyors, but that's not going to happen anytime soon. AI at the moment is amplifying our work. Amplifying our work is making our workload easier, I would say. It's, if you know how to use it, how to leverage it, it can make your workload a lot less than it was before. So I think it's an excellent tool rather than a competitor at the moment. Watch this space. Yeah, those who learn how to use tools like ChatGPT, Power BI, digital cost systems are quickly standing out and moving up. So get on board with those tools if you can. All right, moving on. So in closing, I would say by now, going through this video, you should have a clear idea of whether quantity surveying is for you or not, or somewhat of an idea. Yeah, if you are looking to step into the career, it's a stable profession, is well respected, and it offers the opportunity to hit six figures. If you are already in quantity surveying and you're not too sure it is for you and you're looking to get out, but you don't want to start all over again. I've got a video, should be somewhere around here, that talks about 5 alternative careers that quantity surveyors can step into without having to start again. So have a look at that video. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit the like button, share, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.